Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of OceanBlock 2. Between episodes, I went ahead and moved the sluice down to ocean level, as it'll make it a lot easier to automate, which we do later in today's video. During this time, I also went ahead and sifted a bunch of gravel to speed up the start. Using 9 iron pieces, we smelt those in a furnace to get iron nuggets to create our first iron ingot. I also went and smelted up some glass, as we need to smelt glass panes to create a jar, which is one of the first steps in today's video. Today we have plans to get a lot of ores, and to accomplish that we need to create what they call a jar. Using 6 of this glass, we turn that into glass panes, which we then again have to smelt in the furnace. Crafting up our first iron ingot, we go ahead and throw that on the campfire to create ourselves the first of many cast iron ingots. While that smelts, let's run down and sift a bit more gravel. The benefits of the jar is that we can now combine 4 iron pieces into an iron chunk. Throw the iron chunk inside of the jar, and that'll craft us 1 iron ingot. Instead of needing 9 pieces to create 1 iron ingot, we now only need 4, so it's far more efficient. Once our tempered panes finish melting, we can finally craft ourselves a jar. Now to smelt recipes, the jar needs heat. Simply putting the jar on top of a campfire provides some heat. We throw an iron cluster inside, hit mix, and let the magic happen. Now keep in mind that without an inventory nearby, the jar will just pop out whatever it crafts into the world. Thankfully though, our magnet picked it up. With creating a jar, we completed the quest for it and got a random reward, and to our surprise, we got ourselves a mega torch. The mega torch is an amazing heat source for the jar. We go from a 50% smelting speed to a staggering 800% smelting speed. Oh my gosh, if you guys knew the struggles I went through on the last one. Next, we threw together some dust to simply make an art display. I mean, just take a second to appreciate this beautiful painting. And after a good night's sleep, we were in the mood to yet again sieve some gravel. Once I gathered 4 iron, we were able to upgrade our sieve to the iron level. Now, upgrading the sieve doesn't do a ton. It just processes items faster, but speed is key. After all this time, I was really sick of having to place block in the sieve constantly, so rightfully so, the next thing we are doing is crafting up a hopper. Finally, a process that felt like it took ages. Check it off the list because it's automated. With ores being processed automatically, we had some spare iron to upgrade to an iron mesh. Quest completed. With our reward crate, we got a lapis lazuli ring, which increases our XP gain. Very interesting. Remember that statement I said less than a minute ago about being automated? Well, I lied. Up next, we're going to craft a pump. The pump will fill our sieve with water for a while so we can go on about our day. We simply just need to smelt some iron, then combine that iron with charcoal in the jar to create cast iron ingots. 5 of these bad boys and some other assortment of goodies, and we got ourselves a pump. Place the pump next to the sieve and click away to charge this thing up to a 5-minute charge. I did not use an auto clicker for this, by the way. The next thing we need is some gold, so I broke up some dirt into sand and let's sift that down for a while. And while we're waiting for the sand to sift, let's do some basic quality of life things. It's amazing how much some stairs can really liven a place up. We then crafted a cast iron furnace. It smelts items twice as fast, but it was a quest, which was my main concern. And the reward was a blessing. This is a cutter. This thing was a pain in my butt. I couldn't get it in the water for quite a while, but let me tell you, this thing rips. And after that joyride, we had sifted all of the sand, and it was finally time to make ourselves the gold mesh. And with the gold mesh installed, the sand filled up, it was finally time to embark on a journey into the unknown looking for slime ball. Again, we need slime to fix our GPS, basically just to unlock the mini-map. So without further ado, enjoy this cinematic masterpiece of us floating through the ocean wide. And after a long expedition, our journey comes to an end as the darkness fades the beautiful sunset. And upon arriving home, let's finally fix our GPS device. We simply need a slime ball and a few cables, and our comm link has been restored. Look at this beautiful mini-map. With access to the map, we can finally claim our land and force load the chunks. Once getting home, I realized that our Sieve hadn't been running that whole time, so force loading the chunks should solve that problem. And with that quest completed, we received a turtle trophy. How adorable. Our next set of quests is automating the jar with the jar automator, and to do that we need to acquire some redstone. Thankfully we already have the gold mesh, so all we need to do is sift some dust. And well, let's just say it required a lot of dust. With some errands to run, I hit stop recording, only to later realize that would be my biggest regret today. And I forgot to hit start recording. So sadly, this is where I have to end today's episode. I spent a lot of time working towards some diving gear for the next episode, but sadly none of that was recorded. So in the next episode, we will hopefully go diving, maybe try to completely automate ores, who knows. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.